The Bloody Abedless, also known as the Bloody A70 Matte Black, is the famous bedless noob gaming mouse that just recently came out. Be sure to stick to the end of the video to learn everything you need to about this mouse and how great it is at drag clicking. Now, let's begin unboxing this mouse. Right off the bat, if you can't notice from this perspective, this mouse box is actually way smaller than a considerably sized original A70 box. As you can see, it's smaller and less wide. This is awesome because it supports the earth. There is far less waste because a box doesn't need to be that big. In addition, as we can see, you can open the mouse just like that, and right here and here are magnets which lock this lid open and close, as opposed to Velcro for different models. In addition, like all newer mice sold by Bloody, this mouse comes activated with Ultra Core 3 and 4, which is basically just some free software if you ever need to use it, that you would normally have to pay for. So now let's just start unboxing this. Here I got the general Bloody stickers, which are pretty cool. And now I'm gonna remove the A70 from the display case. There you have it. Right here is the matte black Bloody A70 mouse, also known as the Bloody Abedless. Here is the label on the back for those of you who are interested. So this is the model A70 activated. Nothing special there. So as you can see, this mouse right off the bat is super matte. And here is how the mouse looks like with its lights on. Right now, it's looking pretty clean. It doesn't have too much RGB, which is a great thing, unlike the original A70. I really like the new look. It looks pretty clean and cool, and I can't wait to test this mouse right now. Now, for the moment of truth, let's drag click this mouse. Oh my gosh. I am literally getting goosebumps. This mouse, without a doubt, is the best drag click mouse. I am serious. This surface is unreal. Check this out. What is 56 CPS? I am not even trying. My finger like gripping so well. Okay, let me try to get 60. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, 59 CPS. I could easily get like 80 on this mouse. This is no tape. I repeat, no tape. You do not need tape for this mouse. Who uses electrical tape anymore? Just buy a Bloody Abedless mouse. There you have it. 60 CPS on a mouse that is brand new with absolutely no tape. Guys, I think I'll have to explain to you why this mouse is so good. And I have an actual scientific explanation as to why. So be sure to listen up, because I'm going to tell you why this mouse is better than the A60 and the A70. There's actually a really scientific and straightforward explanation as to why this mouse dominates the A70 and the A60. So, the matte black A70 is, as you can tell, very matte. The more glossy a mouse is, the more it's likely to slip when you drag click. Therefore, more glossiness is a bad thing. So, the optimal goal for a good drag clicking mouse is having as little gloss as possible. So let's analyze these three mice. The worst of these mice is the A70. So if we look at the reflection, which is this white spot. So as I move this around, as you can see, the white spot reflection shifts. So as you can see, there is a lot of concentrated reflections right here. See that? That is a sign of glossiness, because the reflection, it's really reflective and it's really concentrated. Now let's move on to a more matte mouse, such as the A60. As you can see right here, there's no concentrated reflections. It's more evenly spread out through the mouse. See how, as opposed to this mouse, look at that concentration. Look at that. This is more scattered, this is more concentrated. The reason why that is because matte scatters light, gloss reflects. So the better you can scatter light, the better the mouse is. If we look at this mouse, however, there is absolutely zero reflected light and concentration light. It is extremely evenly scattered throughout the mouse. So if I move this throughout the light, as you can see, there is no concentrated points of reflection. This mouse is extremely matte. So if we compare it to the A60, which has a pretty similar matte surface, although this one is by far better than this one, look at that. So you can see concentrated reflections right here. However, this mouse has even scattered reflections. That is why this mouse actually appears to be more dull than this mouse, given that all three of these mice share nearly identical physical makeups. See, they're pretty much the same exact mouse. The only difference surrounding them is simply the texture of their switches. So the reason why the A60 was better than the A70 is because of its matte surface. Its matte surface gave more traction, which allowed dragclicking to be way easier. Now that there's an even more matte mouse, which is the A70 Matte Black, this mouse takes dominance over this mouse. This mouse is by far the best dragclicking mouse in the world, and I have a suspicion as to why. It's probably because they engineered it to be, because if you watched Bedless's video, he literally mentioned that they worked on the texture of the mouse specifically for dragclicking. That's why this mouse is the best. It's designed for dragclicking.
They've literally hired like engineers and stuff like that to look for textures to put on the mouse that makes it easier for dragclicking.
It may appear like it's just a little bit better, but it's incredible how just a little bit adds so much. This mouse just like with easily just goes, I'm dragclicking right there, not even trying. If I try that on the A70, I kind of struggle a bit. I'm actually not able to dragclick my A60 anymore because my finger is really sweaty right now, so I can't even dragclick that much. It's too glossy. Let's try the A70. Yep, A60's still really good. Levels ahead of the A70. This one, I'd say, is 90% effective. This one is 99% effective. This one is about 50% effective. What that means is this mouse is 10% better than the A60. So if you already have an A60 and your budget doesn't allow another $40 of spending, then I just keep your A60. But if you have money to spend, this is definitely a mouse that's worth it. If you're struggling to dragclick on some other mice, get this one. This mouse, I'm telling you, is the most underrated mouse I've ever seen. This thing, I don't think will ever be bested. It may be many years before someone develops a mouse better than this one, because this one is designed and engineered to dragclick by Bloody Company themselves. So everyone, go show some love to Bedless Noob Man. This dude really revolutionized dragclicking because he was able to work with Bloody, bring popularity to this mouse, and eventually allow for the creation and engineering of one of the best dragclicking mice in the world. If it wasn't for him, this mouse would probably not exist. The way you can buy this mouse actually is by signing up for the waitlist on Bloody's Instagram and selecting the black only option. Using that, you can get this mouse. So that's how you get this mouse, if you are wondering. Or if Bedless Noob's link ever becomes available, please use his affiliate link to support him as well. I really hope this video helped demonstrate and explain how this humble Bloody A70 Matte Black is such an amazing mouse. It's severely underrated, and I don't think many people will appreciate it for how it is. This mouse will never need tape in its entire life. That is how incredibly well it is designed for dragclicking. Don't forget to ring that bell and like this video if you found it useful, helpful, or entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one.